Have you ever tried to draw a face from a reference, but after you finished, it wasn't even close? Therefore, let me tell you a thing that you might be missing, and then I'll tell you all the proportions and landmarks that will help you with drawing more accurate faces. So first, let's start with the most important skill when it comes to drawing not only faces, but pretty much everything, which is super simple, but a lot of artists, especially beginner ones, are actually messing this up. So in the past, whenever I was drawing a face, what I did was just look at the reference and try to copy that. I would see all these lines like that, boom, there's nose, boom, the mouth somewhere, boom, somewhere, then eyes. So this was my process. I just looked what I wanted to draw and I didn't really pay attention to it. I was just copying, and this won't get you far. Often when you quickly glance at your reference, you aren't really paying attention to the most important things, which takes us to observing. Whenever we first look at our reference, so I actually recommend take a couple of seconds before drawing and observe the reference. Try to break it into super basic forms in the beginning. For example, the cranium, we can simplify into an oval or an egg. From a front view, we can simplify it to a bowl. Whereas the jaw is also a super simple shape. Boom, boom, super simple. Same here. 1, 2, 3. Boom. Just observe all these shapes, even the shape of the nose. Boom. The shape of the ear, even the shape of shadows, shape of the hair. Boom, break everything into smaller shapes. For example, here we have one strand like that, then the whole base for the hair. Boom, under that we have our cranium and everything, and basically just break everything into super basic shape first, then quickly measure what you see. So the most important probably landmark are the eyes. So the most important, at least for me, landmark is the eye line. For me, they usually sit at around the middle of the face. Boom, boom. And then we have middle that divides these two parts into halves, roughly. Depends on also the art style. In anime art style, it's usually a little bit lower than the middle. Boom. Then a little bit above that we have eyebrows. But what I mean is just observe the proportions. For example, it's really useful to divide the face into thirds. So if we have our eye line, then we have our eyebrows. Boom. We have nose, chin, and then forehead, and we have our thirds. And you can see if there are actually the same size or if there are a little bit different. And these small things can be the difference from your drawing looking like a reference and not looking like a reference. Then, for example, we can also see from the side view how far is the eye from this, I guess, nose bridge here. And we can see that this is basically the same as the eye width. Boom, boom. Then we can also take the level of the angle of the jaw. Boom, which would be at around lips, around mouth level. Boom, we have this. So just pay attention and observe before drawing, and even while you draw, just look at the other side, look at the reference, see maybe where next connects with the head. For example, here we can one ball, boom, and we can just do this, and we see that it's not perfectly in the middle, but a little bit to the side. And then when you draw this on your own, boom, we have our oval, boom, boom, then a little bit to the side, so somewhere like this, and then also this part here, boom. So this is really important to observe. So pretty much we want to observe proportions, we want to observe landmarks and relationships between them, angles, for example, even the angle of the jaw, you can trace or whatever with the hand on the reference, boom, and then do the same, I guess, angle on your drawing, boom, then another one, boom, maybe even where are the lip corners. You see that they are not aligned, but we can actually make a change that we will align it, for example, boom. But yeah, observe landmarks, relationships, proportions, and that's the most important skill, observing. But yeah, now let's actually go to the basic proportions. And when I start drawing face, I always start with a simple bow like that. Then I put a vertical line in the middle of the face, basically divides the face into left side and right side, boom. And it's the same if you're drawing from an angle like that, boom, we have this line here. It would be a little bit different, boom. Yeah, then so this line goes from the top of the head to the chin. Basically, first we don't really have chin, so this is the line that divides the face into left and right. Then I usually just mark somewhere. So for example, whenever I draw a face like that, boom, I mark somewhere the chin, and then from the top and the bottom between in the middle, I put a line for the eye line. and try to make it one have the same size, so this half and this half. Okay, then a little bit above that, as you can see here, boom, we have our eyeline, maybe a little bit higher could it be, but then we have our eyebrows, boom, eyebrow line, which obviously has eyebrows, boom, but these ones are a little bit raised, but yeah, there's also, if you would draw a form, it would be actually something like this, boom, boom, a little bit higher, I lined with this, boom, same like that, but that's maybe for another video. But yeah, so on the eyebrow line we have eyebrows, on the eye line we have eyes. Then what I usually do is with these simple, so with chin and the eyebrows, I can now divide the face into thirds. So here from the eyebrow line to the chin, boom, we have our nose line in middle, in between. So pretty much this would be same, so this would be half and this would be half. Now this is a reference that, so this is not really perfectly same, but whatever, it's just to demonstrate. So yeah, then we take either this length or this, which would be in a generic beautiful like model face would be the same. Then we just take either this or that and put it here, and we have our forehead. So this, what it does is divides the face into thirds. So we have 1/3, boom, second, third, and third. Yeah, 1, 2, 3. And this all depends on the art style that you're going, and also about the character that you're also drawing, because you can play with these proportions. So you can have either like a smaller forehead, so this would be a little bit higher, maybe nose a little bit higher, forehead smaller, or forehead actually bigger, boom, maybe something like this. Then in anime art styles we can see that the middle third is bigger, boom, because there's bigger eyes, more space for them, and smaller foreheads, or sometimes even bigger foreheads, boom. So pretty much we can play with these proportions. Same for the proportion of the eye line that we have here, boom, we can play with this. So as I said before, this is for like a generic like League of Legends perfect character, so this would be in the middle. But for like more stylized or for other characters, we can make it a little bit lower, maybe make it a little bit higher. For anime art style, I like to put the eyeline a little bit lower. And also, if you put the lower it goes, basically you will make your character look younger. So we have our thirds. And also, if you want to learn how to draw a face from basic potato to a fully rendered one, you can check out my classes, link description below. But yeah, let's go now to the next part, which is let's just make this a little bit less opacity, boom. But let's now go to the next part, which will be about placing the facial features. So this is like the base. So to quickly recap, we have our simple shape for the cranium. It can be a ball, an oval, or an egg. Then we have our vertical line for basically a symmetry line for the face. Then between top and bottom, we have the eye line. Then a little bit above that, we have eyebrow line. And then between eyebrow line and chin, we have nose, boom, and then we have our thirds. But yeah, now with these, we can place facial features. So first of all, I usually start with eyes. If I have these lines, I just mark the eyes somewhere and then try to make this part here have the same length as one eye. It all depends on the character, but yeah, I usually just try to have this line here, and then I either move this one a little bit, move this one a little bit, try to even, you can see that we have the preview of our brush, we can just take it and see it right there, boom. Even you can see in the construction lines of this drawing, we see that there are indeed some landmarks for the eyes before. Yeah, so I usually do that. Of course, I try to keep the space between the eyes, have the length of one eye. Then the side of the face, I like to keep them around half of the eye length. So 0.5 and then 0.5, so then would be one full eye. Same for the other side. So with that, we can see that the width of the face would be 4 eyes. So pretty much 1, 2, 3, and 4. And if we just move this, then we would have. But yeah, now with eyes, so let's quickly just place them somewhere here, 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 and here. With eyes, we can now place our nose. So usually the nose would be under the inner corner of the eye, but I like to make my characters' noses a little bit smaller. As you can see here, it's around actually the eyebrows. Boom. But yeah, we can make it wide as the inner corners, or you can make it a little bit thinner. I prefer make it a thinner. Now, one thing when it comes to drawing a nose is that this bulb here will be the lowest point of the nose, not the corners. Sometimes actually when I started drawing, I would draw a nose like that, boom, boom, which would look weird, and especially if you want to draw it from a side, it would look probably something like this, boom. So this hole would be like that. There are probably noses that look like that, but that's why I prefer drawing them, as you can see here on this side, boom, boom, like that, and then this side sits above the bottom of the nose. So it would be maybe something like this, boom, and this flows into that, and we have a nose, a simple nose, maybe this a little bit like that, and this here. Okay. But yeah, bottom sits higher, lower than the sides of the nose lid. So also bottom of the nose sits on the line for the nose. So we have now these landmarks here, boom, okay. Now for the lips, and this one actually I struggled for a really long time. So I always thought that if you draw lips for your character, the middle of the lips is basically in the middle of the face, of the space between the nose and the chin. But turns out it's not. So now a rule for me is basically I take the bottom of the nose, the chin, and then go into around middle. So perhaps this might be middle. Let's take this, somewhat good. And then around that level, I place the bottom of the lips. Boom, we have that. Now for the actual like middle of the lips, what I do is either we can just divide this space here, boom, into thirds, something like this, 1/3, 1/3, boom, 1/3, and then I just place it here, and then we can basically from in the middle between this and that, the cupid's bow. But that depends on the character. Sometimes you have like a more this shape instead of the V here. So this the place of the lips here is really important, at least for me. It makes the character look much better. Also, often the character in different views would look like an orc from a game or something, but this actually keeps them much better. Also, with this level here, we can place the angle of the jaw. So like that, boom. And pretty much this angle I usually keep at around this level of the mouth here, boom. So pretty much from the side of the head, we go at an angle down. We stop at the level of the lips, like that, and then we go to the chin. Now, chin depends on the art style, on everything. As I said before, we can make a pointy anime chin. We can make more squarish for like a man, for like a, I don't know, like a Garen from League of Legends. But another rule that, at least for female characters, I like to keep my eyebrows like that, boom, and then I just put this line here, boom, and I make the chin pretty much just align with this. That's a rule, at least for me. Obviously you want to play with these to avoid same looking faces, same face syndrome, so you can always break these rules, but this is like a good base for me, at least. So yeah, the jaw on the mouth level, and then the chin width on the eyebrow level. Pretty simple to remember. You can always use that. These are like super useful. Boom, 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 boom. Now, for the ears, I usually keep the top of the ear at around the upper eyelid, sometimes maybe here. Perhaps we can see this here. The top of the ear is actually aligned more with the upper eyelid, the fold. I don't know what it's called. But yeah, and then the bottom of the ear with the nose. Same here. Boom, boom. And it's actually a little bit higher, so we could probably put it a little bit lower at around this level here. Also, another thing, let me use this symmetry line here. I realized that it exists a couple of days ago. But yeah, pretty much we can, for the neck now, I usually just keep it at around the iris, somewhere for anime characters a little bit closer. So for example, maybe the neck would be not as that, maybe something like this. For male characters it would be thicker, but here we can just put it around like this. Also it would be actually more into that, boom, and we have our neck. Now as for the length of the neck, a good rule that I like to keep is the length from the lips to the eyebrows, and we can just put it here and boom, we have basically these bones here, and this is the level. Now from a side view, the thickness of the neck can be actually super easily checked. So basically from the chin to the eyes we can actually rotate this, boom. And now for female characters the necks are usually thinner, but for male characters this would be enough. So probably we could move this somewhere like that and we would have a male neck, boom. But a little bit smaller, thinner for female characters. Also other way that we can see the length of the neck is basically from the chin to the eyes, and now at around here, the connection of the neck here and the jaw, we can place the same length here, as you can see, boom. Another like a quick tip is whenever you draw hair for your character, just keep a little bit volume to not make the hair flat. If we made this like that, the character would look pretty weird. So have a little bit of volume for the actual hair, same here, boom, a little bit of volume, even like there would be somewhere like that, boom. So just have a little bit volume for the hair. And again, if you're struggling with drawing faces and you want something that can help you draw and render face from a basic potato to a fully rendered face, then you can check out my classes, link in the description below. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye.